At 10 years old, most children worry about homework, about birthdays, about which cartoon to watch next. They argue with siblings. They run outside until the streetlights come on. They believe tomorrow is guaranteed. But she worried about things most adults never have to face. Hospital rooms, needles, white lights that never turned off, and a word she barely understood: cancer. This is not a story about illness, and it's not a story about hospitals. This is a story about love, about how it arrives quietly, without warning, and how sometimes it walks in, on 4 legs. Her name was Ayla. She was 10 years old, small for her age, fragile in a way no child should ever be. Her eyes were wide and observant, eyes that had learned patience far too early. Her blood cancer diagnosis, leukemia, came quietly. At first it was just exhaustion, then dizziness, then blood tests. And suddenly, her childhood was replaced by hospital schedules, chemotherapy sessions, beeping monitors, long nights where sleep refused to come. Her room smelled faintly of disinfectant. The walls were pale and bare. The hospital bed felt too big for someone so small. Through the window, she could see the outside world. Cars passing, parents walking with children, life continuing as if nothing had changed. A world she couldn't always touch. And yet, Ayla still smiled. Not because she wasn't afraid, but because she didn't want her father to see how scared she really was. Her father never left her side, not once. He learned how to sleep in a chair, how to eat hospital food without tasting it, how to smile, even when his chest felt too heavy to breathe. He memorized medical terms. He never wanted to know. He watched for drips. He listened to machines. He whispered prayers when Ayla slept. Every single day, he searched for something, anything, that could give his daughter even a moment of peace. Something normal, something gentle, something that reminded her she was still a kid. And then, one afternoon, something unexpected happened. The hospital doors opened. Visitors came and went. Doctors moved quickly between rooms. Nurses spoke in low voices. And then Ayla saw him, a dog, clean, well-groomed, calm, walking beside a visitor. His leash loose, his steps slow and careful. His eyes were gentle, curious, almost understanding. Ayla slowly pushed herself up in bed. Her eyes followed him, down the hallway. For the first time in weeks, the pain faded into the background. The machines didn't matter. The treatments didn't matter. Only the dog did. "Dad, he's beautiful." She watched as the dog passed her room. She didn't ask for toys. She didn't ask for candy. She didn't ask for miracles. She asked for something simple. "I wish I could touch him." Her father hesitated. The hospital had strict policies. Only certified therapy animals were allowed in patient rooms, and the dog didn't belong to them. But when your child is fighting for her life, rules begin to feel very small, and hope begins to matter more than permission. Her father found the dog's owner. He introduced himself, spoke calmly, respectfully. He explained who Ayla was, what she was fighting, how seeing the dog had changed her entire day. His voice never pressured. It only asked. The owner listened. He looked torn, concerned, and then he said no. Not harshly, not cruelly, just no. Hospital policies, liability, safety. The father nodded. He thanked him, and he walked back alone. Ayla knew the answer before he said a word. She didn't cry. She didn't complain. She simply turned her head, pretending it didn't matter. But that night, the room felt quieter than usual. The machines felt louder. The walls felt closer. Even hope can hurt when it disappears. The next day her father tried again. Not because he expected a yes, but because giving up was never an option. Once again, the owner refused. Still kind, still firm. Rules, responsibility, fear of doing the wrong thing. All understandable. And yet, something about the father's eyes stayed with him. That night, the dog's owner couldn't sleep. He thought about the hospital, about a girl he had never met, about a child who asked for nothing except a moment of comfort. He looked at his dog, curled up beside him, safe, loved, and it hit him. This dog had given him joy every single day, without ever asking for anything in return. Maybe It was time to share that joy. The next afternoon, the hospital doors opened again. Ayla looked up and froze. The dog was back, walking slowly, calmly, this time with permission. A quiet exception, made by people who understood. Her father covered his mouth. Ayla's hands trembled. The owner knelt down. The dog stepped forward. Ayla reached out, slowly, as if afraid he might disappear. When her fingers touched his fur, she laughed. A real laugh. It was the first genuine laugh her father had heard in months. The dog sat beside her bed, still patient, as if he knew exactly why he was there. No words were needed. The dog returned again and again. Nurses noticed the change. Doctors noticed it too. Ayla smiled more, ate more, found strength on the hardest days. Love doesn't cure cancer, but it gives strength. And sometimes, strength is everything. Sometimes, heroes don't wear uniforms. Sometimes, they don't speak at all. Sometimes, they walk on 4 legs. And sometimes, all it takes to change a life is saying yes when it would have been easier to say no. Thank you for listening, and thank you for believing in kindness.